Well, people, the early prelims just delivered tenfold. And 3 of our 9 finishes happened at the very start, right? And man, you know what I mean? As I said, right? As I said last time out, it was going to open up hot, and it really did. Right? We had Patricia Catarera against Gillian Robertson in the flyweight division. Catarera missed weight by 4 pounds, which crazy. Well, I mean, technically she missed weight by 3 pounds, right? When you counter in the 1 pound allowance, right? So, but what are you doing? I wonder what was going on, because that's huge. That's huge. Now, Cachoeira was coming into this fight on a win streak. You know what I mean? She was coming in on a nice little streak, 1-2, right? Shayna Dobson, Gina Mazzo, right? So she was hot. While Robertson, she'd lost the last couple. Um, she did get some, grappling in, right? She beat Caitlin Kajagian at Submission Underground 26. She lost a few grappling fights, but the thing I liked about that is she's keeping busy and she's learning, right? Keeping busy and learning. So you kind of felt with everything she had learned, the fact that she trains under Dean Thomas, that she's not a walkover, right? She's not a walkover. Yeah, she's still a young lady, So it was just like, what's Robinson going to be able to do here? People. Now, straight away, you could see that Cachoeira had the power. She had the power, but Robinson's hands had been improving so much, and she was doing okay. She was doing okay, but you kind of thought to yourself, she doesn't want to stay standing for too long. And she didn't, because she hit a well-timed takedown. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. It was perfect. And as soon as it went to the ground, whew, Robertson put in work. Hunted for a Kimura early, wasn't able to get that. She got mount, right? She then went for a rear. She went for a what did she go for? She went for a guillotine. No, armbar. I think she went for an armbar, and it. She did lose position. She lost position, and you're like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, because in previous fights there have been times where she's lost a great position because she's kind of rushed it a little bit too much, right? But what she did, I mean, she quickly transitioned, and she took the back, sunk in a rear naked. Now, this is where things got messy, because Cachoeira, to try and escape, tried to gouge the eyes. And when I say try, she got into the eye at least once. Now, she did try again. I don't know if the finger got in like it did the second time, but yeah, she was trying to gouge the eyes, which, oh, it was so dirty. So dirty. But Robert didn't affect Robertson. She kept with it, and Cachoeira had to tap. Now, I wonder what's going to happen about that, right? Because you can't gouge, like, just gouging the eyes is just nasty. it's a nasty thing to do. To escape, yes, it's foul, man. It's foul. And I do think the commission should hit Cachoeira with a fine, because you need to set an example that that shit just ain't gonna run, man. Like, you can't say it was an accident. Can't say, but she did it twice. And even just doing it once, you know what a fucking eye feel like, you know what you're doing, man. So I'm hoping something does get done. But that was a magnificent win for Gillian Robertson. You know, it's good to see her back in the right column, you know what I mean? So we then had Randy Costa against Tony Kelly. And this was like, because Costa against Adrian Yanis looked good, right? Looked good in that first round, but kind of tired himself out. So you're thinking, all right, he's probably learned a lot from that fight. And he's still good, right? And with this one against Tony Kelly, who was coming off a good win, yeah, thought, all right, it's going to be a tough fight. But with Costa's, his reach, his speed, he should be able to get it done, right? And again, you know what I mean? Again, Costa looked good early on. Obviously, didn't have it all his own way, but he was looking decent. Same thing happened. It looked like he gassed himself out. Because come the second round, Tony Kelly was just pouring it on, got him down, ground and pound, and it was it. Just as soon as it hit the ground, you could see Costa just had nothing. Yeah, and the referee gave him opportunities, but just he wasn't moving. He just seemed to be like, I ain't got nothing, man. And yeah, referee stopped it with some ground and pound. And that was bantamweight. So we then go to the featherweight division, and this one was always going to look like an interesting challenge, right? Derek Minner against Ryan Hall. Now, Hall got kind of stuffed last time out, but it was against Ilia Topuria, who, look, he's a beast, right? And he has just looked better and better in all his fights. But Derek Minner's a savage. You know what I mean? He's a savage, right? He just keeps on putting it on people. So you knew this could be really interesting. Minner fights under Glory MMA, James Krause, right? So, and also Minner has submissions. Now, he has been submitted, but he also has submissions. So you wondered what was going to happen. And it was a crazy fight. It was crazy in the fact that on the feet, it was all looking okay. It was looking even. And then Minner caught Hall, wobbled Hall. Hall kind of scrambled, went for the feet, and was able to survive. But once it was down, you could see that Hall was able to stifle Minner. Right, so you were thinking, okay, Minner's going to keep it to the feet. But Minner just kept on engaging with Hall. Kept on engaging it and giving Hall the opportunity to get the fight down. Now, mad props to Minner for surviving the many myriad of submission attempts that Hall was throwing. But you just thought, man, Minner is really putting himself in these bad situations when the path to victory is keep it standing. because the power was there. You could see that Hall didn't like the power in the stand-up, but Hall was able to get it to the ground and just control to fight. And he got the win. Got the win via decision. You wondered if Hall was able to submit, and it's especially in the third round where it looked like he had the head and arm choke cinched, but he just stayed in mount. He didn't try to get to the side, which was an interesting situation. I was surprised, but it was it ended up being a very well controlled fight for Ryan the Wizard Hall. So from there, we went back to the ladies flyweight division, and it was another interesting fight because both of these ladies are sensational. Both really lit Invicta FC up. Right, so we saw what they could do, and when they came to the UFC, Maverick came first and looked so good. Now she'd lost her last fight to Macy Barber, but that you were like, huh? It was baffling how that decision was made. And Blanchfield, she came in and just dominated her debut. So you were looking at this fight thinking, all right, how is this one gonna go? Right? How's it gonna go? Well, people, we definitely found out because oh my god, it was ridiculous. Blanchfield dominated Maverick. That's right, people. It was a domination, which I don't think anyone thought was going to happen. Now, I thought, because Blanchfield sometimes starts slow, right? And I thought, oh, if she starts slow, Maverick will be able to put it on her. But, there was nothing slow about Blanchfield today. There was nothing at all. She just overwhelmed Maverick, overwhelmed her, got the fight down, got it down just with ease. I think she hit every one of her takedown attempts. And once it was on the ground, man, that seemed to be all she wrote. Maverick couldn't get up, and was just being just mauled. Now, in the third round, Maverick, a corner told her, you need to finish. And she did come with intentions. But again, Blanchfield was able to get it down and just dominated. This today, best performance we have ever seen from Erin Blanchfield. And we've seen her look good, but this was just something. She leveled up so much between her last fight and this one. And I gotta say, Erin Blanchfield looks like she's gonna be a contender at some point soon, right? And you wonder how long Shevchenko has left, but she's been fighting a long time. So it's conceivable that Valentina takes a couple more fights maybe, and then it's just like, you know what, I've done it all, I'm out. So I think Blanchfield could well be a champion, in the flyweight division. And I will say this, although Maverick got mauled, this ain't the end of Miranda Maverick. She's going to come back, and she will be a contender as well. I definitely believe that. But that was just an incredible fight. It really was. It was an incredible fight, people. And the the early prelims ended with another insane situation. It was our sole, was it? No. It was our first of middleweight fights on the card. Eric Anders against Andre Muniz. And Anders came out for throwing. Oh my gosh, he was winding up, looking to land bombs. Looking to land bombs. Now, Muniz was doing well of avoiding, using his jab, and he hit a huge, a huge takedown. Man, got on top, got into mount, and then we saw him pull off the the Souza transition, right? And what I mean is he got into the same position as he did to submit Jacare Souza, hit Anders with an armbar, and luckily Anders tapped. Luckily Anders tapped because you didn't want to see another arm break. And yeah, he tapped, got himself out of that position, and it was a huge win for Andre Muniz. You know what I mean? And just really got this pay-per-view underway in a sensational fashion.